Good morning, Oscar. Great to see you here today. I'm talking to Oscar Producer from THIMBLE, one of the founders, and he's going to be describing the challenge today that THIMBLE is offering up for all of us. So start off, though, give me a little background on THIMBLE itself and how it got started.
Yeah, thanks, Craig. It's great to be here. My whole life has been in education. So I spent several years teaching math at some of the poorest schools in the country. And one thing I learned is that kids are capable of learning anything, but if they don't have access or exposure, it becomes really difficult for them to learn those skills later down the line. And so, I taught math. I have a degree in math. A lot of the kids that I taught wanted to go into technology, but the school was so poor, we just didn't have any programs or resources for them. So that inspired me to create THIMBLE, which is a K-12 technology curriculum. It's hands-on, so we create these kits that are reusable, where kids can build anything from robots to all different types of electronics. They learn how to program them. And then there's a lesson software with video tutorials and step-by-step instructions, and then a training program for teachers to implement this successfully. Yeah, having been a student and a teacher in the education space, I think K-12 education needs to be disrupted severely. And I think that needs to happen within the next 5 to 10 years, if not sooner. And so what we're thinking, how I see education 5 to 10 years from now is a world where schools are not going to be the main source of where we learn our knowledge. I think I'm envisioning a world where students are teaching other students on essential skills. Nowadays, you don't have to go to college to get a high income salary. A lot of these students are in high school and college learning these skills on their own, either on YouTube or just by doing.
Collaborative environment, peer-to-peer learning.
Peer-to-peer learning where they're taking courses, they're creating their own courses for other students to take. They're becoming certified in some form, so becoming experts. And then the third piece I would mention is that once they have these skills, that they're able to earn an income online in a relatively short period of time through paid internships or freelance opportunities. None of this actually exists at the moment. So who better to ask than students who are already in the space and might be frustrated by what they're learning and not learning. And so we're really looking for a group of students to help us envision what this new community would look like, of creating a course from scratch, consuming content that's already on the platform. So whether is there video, is there written instruction? The second piece is, if there is a certification process, what does that look like? Is it an online badge? Is it an actual certificate? Again, we want students, we want them to feel like they have ownership over those skills and can become more marketable and employable. And then the third piece, if they're able to monetize those skills in a certain way, I previously mentioned in paid internships or freelance opportunities, but they could also maybe sell their courses to other students. So, there's those three things tie together. So we're really looking for some frameworks, some designs around what that looks like. On paper is great, but having an actual prototype online on a website would be even better. I think the winning team will have done a little bit of research during the challenge and will also bring a little bit of their own imagination into the picture, where they can basically inform us on how they best learn online. And so whether that's taking elements from different websites that already exist or creating their own tools. We're not necessarily looking for anyone to reinvent the wheel. We're looking for something that a lot of students can get behind. I think we'll be successful in creating those frameworks, telling that story in a really compelling way, getting us excited. I guess that's the where it's really going to let us know like who the winning team is.